guys, what's up? My name is Jimena, and today I would like to invite you on this tour of the U.S. climate. So today we're going to be talking about a state that is home to the Grand Canyon, Arizona. Arizona's climate is mostly arid and gets only about 3 inches of rain in the southwest and 40 inches in the White Mountains. The average temperature in the southern desert ranges from 43 degrees to 67 degrees Fahrenheit in January and 81 to 106 degrees Fahrenheit in July. In the interior uplands, the average daily temperature ranges from 14 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit in January and 50 to 81 degrees Fahrenheit in July. Now, real quick, let's do a lightning round of the most extreme temperatures ever felt in Arizona. So first up, the prize for the highest temperature ever recorded in the state goes to Lake Havasu City, who on June 29th, 1994 experienced 128 degrees Fahrenheit. Next up is the prize for the lowest temperature ever recorded in the state, which goes to Holly Lake on January 7th, 1971, where the state experienced negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Very big extremes. Lastly, Phoenix takes the record for the longest period without measurable rain, and it started in late 2005 and ended in March 2006. The city's rain gauge was dry for 143 consecutive days. So how will climate change affect the state? So currently, Arizona is one of the fastest warming states in the U.S. Each year, lives are lost to the heat. Under the current projections of climate change, most of Arizona will suffer more deaths and economic losses than most of the country. Maricopa County keeps careful records of heat, deaths, and issues a yearly report. In 2018, 119 people lost their lives due to heat-caused deaths, and the numbers have been rising steadily for the last 4 years, as this was 30 more people than in 2017. Since the 1970s, Tucson, Arizona has increased the average number of days above 100 by 24 days, and according to projections, summers by 2100 in Arizona will feel like current summers in Kuwait City, Kuwait. With this increased heat comes drought. This is likely to affect Arizona's top agricultural products like cattle, dairy, and vegetables. Hot temperatures threaten the health of cows and causes them to eat less, grow more slowly, and produce less milk. The heat will also put in jeopardy the fate of the Colorado River, which, as current projections show, up to 20% could dry up by 2050. And due to the 1960s agreement of how water is distributed across the states, Arizona would have to be the first to ration their water. This reduced availability to water would create challenges for irrigated farms, which use about 2/3 of the state's water. With extreme heat and lack of water, it sounds like the perfect scenario for increased risks of fire. So these increasing temperatures are creating conditions that would increase severity and frequency of extended wildfires, and the smoke from these fires would reduce the air quality and increase respiratory problems, as well as other health risks. The combination of more fires, dry conditions may expand deserts and change Arizona's landscapes. Many plants living in arid lands are already near their limit of what they can tolerate, and while currently native plants are delaying the expansion of the desert, with worsening conditions, more of that native grassland is becoming part of the desert. Now, with all the stuff that we just talked about, you would think that the government will want to do something to help their citizens handle the heat better, right? Well, Governor Doug Ducey signed a bill that minimizes penalties for electric companies that don't meet potential clean energy rules that could be added to the state constitution. And rather than creating a climate action plan, he passed a tax break for coal industries. Ducey refused to respond to requests to sign a pledge to meet the Climate Paris Accord emission reductions, and instead chose to repeal clean car standards that would lower emissions. On top of this, the climate change denialist groups in the state, including Doctors for Disaster Preparedness, presented the president with the Edward Teller Award for Defense of Freedom, which recognizes extensive, selfless, and effective work in defense of our nation. The group Doctors for Disaster Preparedness, Physicians for Civil Defense, and Association of American Physicians and Surgeons are all climate change denialist groups who have continued to lobby against climate change and donated funds to Republicans who also refute climate change. The Association of American Physicians and Surgeons operates a political action committee that has donated more than $230,000 to Republican candidates since 1998. According to the Center for Responsive Politics, which compiles FEC data, Republican Party Chairman Kelly Ward received $7,000 and former Republican Senator Jeff Flake received the same amount from this group. Fortunately, though, on a more local level, the city of Flagstaff has created its own climate action and adaptation plan. The plan aims to achieve 80% reduction in carbon emissions by 2050, and their main goals are to 1. Reduce Flagstaff's contribution to climate change by reducing community and greenhouse gas emissions, 2. Prepare the city's communities, systems, and resources to be more resilient to climate change impacts, and 3. It addresses climate change in a manner that prioritizes the most impacted and ensures costs and benefits of climate adaptation and mitigation are equitably distributed. But they will not be able to meet their goal without getting their largest resource users on board. So Northern Arizona University, being one of them, has decided to embark on its own effort to dramatically reduce the carbon footprint of campus operations. This will be the university's 4th attempt in the last decade. Previous plans lacked action and sustainability efforts, and they have already determined that they are not on track to meet their current goals, so this time they have an incentive to prioritize their attempts. But as far as that stands, that is it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. The next state that we're going to be talking about is California, so if you have any fun facts about them, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, because I will add them if I see them to the next video. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to hug a tree, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.